Next on Love, Lust, or Run. Let's just take it off. That roadkill is not coming with you.
I like to wear fun, bright colors. I especially like things with cats. This is my grumpy cat, my pope cat, my space cat. Did I mention I like cats?
She just dressed very immaturely.
Run.
Run.
I have a feeling I'm going to come out of this looking like a totally different person.
When it comes to personal style, your look says a lot about who you are. But what kind of message are you really sending? Does the world see you the way you see yourself? Well, I asked, and I found out. And now, I'm going to fix it on Love, Lust, or Run.
Oh, so spunky.
Jackie.
Hi.
Hi. Are you having fun looking around?
Yeah, it's very shiny over here.
Yeah, it's very shiny.
I like it.
All right, let's just take it off.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That roadkill is not coming with you.
I like it. It's got clothes.
It's got what?
It's got its own little clothes.
This whole ensemble is kind of doing my head in. Forget the roadkill. I don't even want to talk about that.
It's actually custom made. It's called a scooty.
A scooty?
Scooty.
Is that a combination of a scarf and a hoodie?
Yes, actually. You got it. I'm Jackie. I'm 22 years old, and I'm from Long Island, New York. I like to wear prints and patterns and fun, bright colors. I especially like things with cats. This is my grumpy cat shirt. This is my pope cat shirt. This is my space cat shirt. I like glitter. I like bananas. This is basically me as a bag. It's got the gold glitter, a metallic purple cat. Did I mention I like cats? Right now I'm living at my parents' house, but I'm trying to save up so I can get out and I can eventually go to makeup school.
How's work going?
It's a job.
Do you want to maybe look for something a little bit better?
I'm working on it. I'm looking, but no one's hiring.
Why do you think they might not be hiring you?
It's the cat ears.
Her personality is very big. Her clothes are very loud. To go on a job interview, it's a little overwhelming. You know, you got to kind of dress like a normal person. I mean, you can't live with us for the rest of your life.
That's what you think. I like the way I dress, but I need people to stop looking at me like I'm a middle school cat lady. Stacey, I need your help, because I may be growing up, but my style sure isn't.
When did the glitter eyeshadow start, and is it everywhere in your bed?
I actually have vials of glitter next to my bed. Glitter is my favorite color.
Glitter is your favorite color?
Glitter, to be exact.
Okay, gold is a color. Glitter, however, is not. Glitter is actually just glitter.
True.
Now, I can't hate on one cat t-shirt, but this whole ensemble is like...
A cat lady in training?
You certainly could be, but I'm a cat lady, and
Okay,
I'm no longer in training. So, you know, we don't all look the same, but I'm wondering where it is you want to go. You're 22, I'm guessing you just got out of school?
No, actually, I ended up taking a special effects makeup course the only year I went to college. Now I have to go to cosmetology school, which is the main reason why I'm here, is because I need to know how to dress like a grown-up so I can get a big girl job and actually be able to pay for school.
Right, okay. So this style of yours, how long have you had it?
These shoes are from middle school.
I want to be clear that middle school is when you're 12.
Yes. Well, about 2 years ago, I lost almost like 100 pounds.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big accomplishment, even in itself. What I don't understand is, for somebody your age, that takes an enormous amount of discipline. Then why would it be so hard for you to change your style into something that you think could be more appropriate?
Since my body, it changed so much, I don't know how to, dress for my body type anymore. Now, all my clothes that really fit are just from middle school. And a lot of it, I would cut it up, or, pair it with, fishnets.
Uh-huh. Okay. You are under some understanding of the shock that this is all giving me.
I could totally understand.
And I want to help. I want to help out for sure. So let's take a look at what other people think you're trying to say with this look.
Okay.
And then we're going to have to go from there. Because this is going to be a process for both of us. There's a lot going on here. There's probably more here than I can handle all by myself. Okay. And at 22, I also feel like she is a little bit immature, or maybe a lot immature. And I'm not ready for a kid. So we took your look out into the street, and we asked people whether they loved it, whether they lusted after the look or you, or whether they wanted to run. Let's take a look.
She looks very funky, but a little bit eccentric.
She just dressed very immaturely, like she's still trying to figure herself out.
I don't think she looks very responsible.
She looks fun, but there's just too much going on.
I wouldn't trust her with the job at my place.
I would run from her. Run.
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 Run. Run.
Run.
How does that make you feel?
Kind of used to it.
I think it's going to be super hard for you to find a job with this look, unless you want to go into like clubs or pets. Jackie, I think it's time that we start figuring out like who you want to be. I think that at 22, this is the time that like we should start taking a serious look at who you are. You're a beautiful girl, and like start to kind of set some real goals for you.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Okay. Okay, so you are going to go right back to that white booth, and you're going to take everything off.
Aye, Captain.
I don't think I've ever encountered anybody quite like Jackie. She's like a tornado, meets a hurricane, meets some sort of sandstorm. Sometimes you just need a drink.
Without my makeup on, I just kind of feel like everything's bland. I'm worried that I'm going to come out of this looking like a totally different person.
What or who is your style spirit animal and why?
Maybe a tiger? Like a zebra or something?
Okay.
Probably like a sloth. Just like peaceful, mellow, laid back.
I'm going to have to agree with you there. I got nothing.
Face is about to get a lot more dull. I never realized my forehead was that small. Without my makeup on, I just kind of feel like everything's bland and boring. It's kind of like a main staple of what I wear. I'm worried that I won't be able to show my personality through how I look. I have a feeling I'm going to come out of this looking like a totally different person.
Oh my God, you're like 12 years old. Okay. How you feeling with all that schmutz gone?
I do feel like, you lose a little bit of spunk when you don't have glitter.
Right, but this is like a brave thing to do. You're now standing in a bathrobe with no makeup on, and A, I want to know how that makes you feel. B, I want to know what you think about this raw material and what direction we should take you, because so far, I have not been able to figure it out.
Honestly, I'm pretty comfortable.
You are almost in a coma comfortable. But what I will say is that you do seem very happy. And part of that happiness, I think, comes from having not a ton of responsibility. And I think if we're going to talk about your life going forward, not only do we have to make sure you get some responsibility, we're going to have to make you a little bit more serious. I will admit it right now, I'm just too old and I cannot keep up. So you and I are going to figure this out together.
Okay.
Okay? Which means you're going to have to let go and let Stacy.
Okay.
Let's go. I am nervous that all I have to go on is glitter and pets. If I put her in a glitter dress, where is she going to go interview? This is going to be a tricky one. Welcome. I would like to introduce you to Gwynnie B. One of the things that we're going to do in their showroom today is try things on so that you can see what you like on yourself. Because as far as I can tell, the only thing that you like is clothing that you've had since middle school.
Yeah.
What we're going to do is you are going to walk around and choose some things that you like.
Okay.
What are you thinking?
This dress has a lot going on. I like the colors in it. I just feel like I like a tighter top.
If you don't know what your shape is, you have to try something on
That's true.
in order for us to determine it. I want you to choose the color, the thing that looks the most fun to you. You like
I like the
Did you do that just because I touched
No,
it?
I was looking at those the whole time, actually. I do actually like it.
Okay, so that's one.
I don't know, I'm not really too much of a fan of jumpsuits.
Why not?
You kind of have to undress when you have to go to the bathroom when you wear like one pieces. First thing you think of.
That's actually not the first thing I think of.
It's kind of like PD pajamas. It's like the same problem. I don't know if I'd be able to do that during the day.
It's true. I understand. You're absolutely right. Nobody thinks first, oh God, how am I going to pee, right? You figure out that you hate it when you have to take it off. But I want you to try one anyway. I think a jumpsuit can be very tricky, and it can also teach you a lot about your body. So since we're trying to figure out what your body shape is, having lost 100 pounds, right? Mm-hmm. We really need to figure that out by looking at things that may or may not work.
I just feel like, I don't know, this is a little bit more crazier, but like, it's a lot for a whole outfit.
Yes, that's a lot of busy print because in this floral, there's a lot more background and the print is separated by background color, right? So it's just kind of a more separated, sprinkled print.
I'd probably be down to try that one out.
Well, why don't we try both of them and compare? Because you're not going to have to pee in either. Choose one more dress that you think is really interview appropriate. Here, I'll hold these for you. I can keep them off the ground.
Oh, thank you. I do like this bird shirt.
I like it.
I like feathers, so.
You like feathers?
Feathers.
It's not feathers.
Feathers.
Feathers. Oh, you're in a heel. Be careful.
I feel like a cat with tape stuck to its foot.
You're not even that graceful. Do you consider glitter a color?
Is it a color? Glitter is a color.
Glitter is its own individual color?
Decided glitter is a color, yes.
Somebody else in the world thinks glitter is a color. Oh, you're in a heel. Be careful.
I feel like a cat with tape stuck to its foot.
You're not even that graceful. Let's just talk about that for 1 second. You don't walk side to side in heels, heel toe, like you're walking on one line. Yeah, sure, I got you.
It's like a tightrope.
Yeah, there you go. Like that. You got it.
Aha.
All right, let's take a look at this. What do you think?
I like it better on, but I still really am not a fan of jumpsuits. It kind of accents, like lower portion more than the top portion.
Actually, when we do something strapless like that, immediately the focus is on your shoulders and your décolletage, your face, because that's bare skin. So we see that before we actually even see the print. But what's interesting to me is that I don't think you're wrong about this being the wrong cut for you. Part of it is that the leg is very wide.
I feel like it's pockets from like the Flying Nun.
I don't remember the nun having pockets.
You know how like their hats were like
squirrel.
that? Yeah, but, like,
Habits.
I feel like I could be a flying squirrel if I want.
All right, so let's try something else on. Let's keep going.
Okay. I'm getting it down.
You really are getting it down.
These aren't too bad. These are actually like a lot more comfortable.
Girl, you're like a different person in this outfit.
And I think it actually kind of looks a lot different than how I thought it was going to look on me.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I thought I would like the top a lot more than I do actually on me.
Okay, a couple things I'm going to say right off the bat. The way that you're wearing the shirt is too big in the shoulder. So what we would have to do is pull the sleeve up higher. The seam always has to sit as close to your shoulder as possible.
It usually sits over here on me.
What a shock. And the skirt shape is not one that I would recommend for you. I think we either have to go with a straight A-line or a pencil. But I want you to keep in mind that you can mix patterns the way you're doing that, and that's fun and whimsical and something that a 22-year-old can do. One of the easiest ways to do that, right, is to use prints that are in the same color palette. So if you stick with blues and you do polka dots and stripes, as long as they're all in the same color palette, you can mix them. So that's a good place to start. Let's get you something that feels modern and fresh and age-appropriate and life-appropriate and that you can enjoy.
All right, I'm ready.
Oh! Well, hello.
What's up?
Get you in a dress.
I know, right?
Tell me what you think about this.
I like it. It has like a kind of like a retro feel to it, but I like the flamingos. It kind of makes it fun.
Let's take a look at what this is saying about your body, right? This is a typical style. We've got a little bit of an on-pier waist going on. What I can see from this dress is, A, this is definitely where we want to emphasize, and that we need to do something that pulls out your shoulders a
I
little
have
bit.
no shoulders.
You have
I have no shoulders.
Okay, so when you have no shoulders and you carry your weight in your bottom half, then we need to find a way to give you more shoulder. And that's going to balance out your body so that it gives you much more of an hourglass shape.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think about a print like this for an interview?
It may be a little, I don't know. I don't know how, but I don't know.
Stop saying I don't know.
All right.
I can't take it.
I know.
I feel like when people, especially young people like you, lose so much weight, you don't go back to wearing your middle school clothes. You go and you find what your new style is going to be. So this is like a real opportunity for you to get out of that damn cocoon of a scooty and like become a little flamingo butterfly.
I'm trying to picture that together right now, like a flamingo with butterfly wings.
You're missing my metaphor.
I know.
All right, dismissed.
Okay.
This is like style preschool. We are going way back to the beginning.
I'm a little nervous going into this whole makeover. I have really no clue how it's going to come out. I'm just afraid to lose the whole cat shirt security blanket. I dress funky. I don't want her to take away that spunk. Oh my god! That's awesome! Wow, I look like a grown-up. I was not expecting that.
So what do you see when you look?
I see a grown-up Jackie. I like that way, like this dress actually fits like on me, like opposed to on the rack.
This is a fit in flare dress, but one thing that it does have about it is pleats that don't always work on somebody when you have your bottom half, but because they're pretty flat on you, they look good. Also, we have the seaming here, which kind of creates this nice elongated effect on the top half of your body. Do you see how this is a much more flattering shape for your figure? You're even standing up a little bit straighter. Now that could be because you're doing heels, which, by the way, they're polka dots, so I added more print. And of course, the white cat bag to give you a little bit of whimsy.
I like it. I think it looks awesome.
Would you go out for a job interview in this?
Yes, absolutely. I'd much rather wear this to a job interview than probably what I have been wearing.
So we took this look out into the street and we asked people what they thought. So let's take a look.
Looks like she's exuding confidence. She looks responsible and knowledgeable.
She looks like she respects herself. She has pride in the way she looks. She looks very strong to me. She knows what she's about and what she wants.
She looks like she could definitely represent any company. Oh, I would love it if my son brought this home. Love.
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 Lust.
Love.
Love.
Aw. That's the first time I think anyone's ever called me responsible.
I know, I'm pretty shocked by that too.
Yeah, I was not ready for that one.
So how does that make you feel?
Awesome. I feel great after that. It works now better than what I used to have.
Well, there wasn't really any question about that now, was there?
You definitely kind of kicked me in the right direction.
Kicking was the, that's the right verb. Yeah. All right, well, let's just take one more look and see if anybody else has an opinion.
Sure, yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Oh my God.
Oh.
She looks incredible. She looks like she could actually get a job now. I think people will take her seriously. Oh my God, she just looks really, really great. Oh, I think she's ready to take on the world. I just hope the world is ready for her now.
Man, and that was going to be a surprise going home to her.
Your mom is proud of you. I am proud of you. Go forth, conquer in the world, and go, do something great with your life.
Thank you. I will. I feel great right now. I feel like I'm actually 22. I'm not stuck 10 years in the past. Thank you so much. It's really nice seeing myself in a new light. It's definitely something that I needed to progress with my life and move forward. I'm grown up now and I'm ready to take on the world.
I would definitely like to propose a toast on this momentous occasion. We have now decided that glitter should be a color. Toast to you, Jackie. Next, on Love, Lust, or Run. Liz. Come here. Gotta take you all in.
I would describe my style as a pin-up retro kind of thing with a modern glam edge.
I don't know about this look.
It's just a little bit scary.
Run.
I have gone through so much. I struggled with drug addiction my entire life.
You are cleaning up your act, but we need to figure out a way for you to feel comfortable in your skin and be proud of who you are. When it comes to personal style, your look says a lot about who you are. But what kind of message are you really sending? Does the world see you the way you see yourself? Well, I asked, and I found out. And now, I'm gonna fix it on Love, Lust, or Run. Oh my God. Liz. Oh, a guitar strap, like a guitar strap. Come here. Gotta take you all in. Hi. So, on the air, it's about being on mic.
It is about being a musician. I've done a lot of blogging and talk radio stuff, and I never shut up.
Oh, good. We'll get along fine.
Better, but I need to go. My name's Liz. I'm 32 years old, and I live in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I would describe my style as being sort of a pin-up retro kind of thing with a modern glam edge. This is Billie Holiday. From the time I was little, I wanted to be a singer like she was a singer. There's definitely a vintage feel to the clothes that I wear. I've always loved the classics and the way they look on me. When I was a kid, we changed cities halfway through my 5th grade year, and I was completely ostracized by my peers. It made me feel like I wasn't worth anything. So I started doing a lot of cocaine when I was about 15, 16. It was I wouldn't say downward spiral, it was jumping off a cliff. I struggled with drug addiction my entire life, but I am currently in recovery. I've done so much to turn my life around. I feel like now For the first time in my life, I love myself. And now that I do, everything is possible. So I need Stacey's help because I want a 2.0 version of me, a polished, classier version.
You have a very interesting story.
I have gone through so much. I've lost almost 80 pounds and have been clean for now 2.5 years. And I did a 1.5 years in prison.
Wow. What was that like? Is it like Orange is the New Black?
Absolutely. They did such a good job with that show.
What'd you go to jail for? Do you mind my asking?
I had an underage drinking DUI when I was 20.
Okay.
And I never completed my parole. 10 years later, I got pulled over for a broken taillight, and they said,
hey, you didn't finish. Right, I hear you. I also want to talk to you a little bit about how you got there. You had a drug problem for a while?
I started using drugs heavily when I was about 16. And when I relapsed this last time, when I went to jail for the warrant, I had a 3-year-old son, and I lost custody of him and couldn't deal with that. And, yeah.
Come here. I'm sorry. Okay. And where is he now?
He's with his grandparents.
Okay.
In Minnesota.
I'm so sorry. You are cleaning up your act, so to speak, but you have a lot of things to put behind you. And it's a good thing to have someone or something that makes you want to be your best self. And what we need to do is figure out a way for you to feel comfortable in your skin and be proud of who you are. So where are you now?
Right now in my life, I have 2.5 years clean. And I also am doing social media marketing and digital and print advertising. In the entertainment industry, this is fine. But when it comes to these other opportunities I could have, I feel like I need a way to make it so that the tattoos are not the first thing you notice.
It's the opposite of actually who you are and what you're trying to do. So I think we should take a look at what the general public had to say just to get a read on the perception of you. But then we're going to figure out a way to control that perception so that you get what you want and you get to see your son and be with him and go wherever you want in life. Okay?
Sounds good.
All right, come with me. You first. Liz is about to go through a pretty huge transition, and what she's trying to do, expand her career, required a different look than just kind of kooky 80s Cyndi Lauper thing. So we took your look out into the street, and we asked people whether they loved it, or lusted after it, or whether they wanted to run from it, and straight back to the 1980s. Let's take a listen what they had to say.
I don't know about this look.
Her style's a little haphazard.
I get a Grease vibe from her.
She definitely looks like a party girl.
If she showed up dressed in these outfits for an interview, I'd probably think she wasn't taking the interview very seriously.
I like part of the rocker look, but altogether it's just a little bit scary.
I would say run.
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 Run. Run.
Run.
Aside from the dude in the boater who's clearly in an a cappella band, how does that make you feel?
I thought I would be more offended than I am. I would never wear any of this to an interview.
So what would you wear to an interview?
I have some pin-up, like, pencil dresses that are longer, Betty Page dresses kind of style.
If you're not doing the kind of 80s girl, you're doing the kind of 50s pin-up vibe girl. Those are very specific categories. You need a look that can not be so pegged to a specific thing. But beyond your career, I feel like this is for you. You are putting your life back together in a really solid, brick-by-brick kind of way, and this is just one more step. You and I need to figure out an image for you that doesn't make other people feel like they can't trust you. We're going to start by taking all this crap off of you. Okay, get going.
I've worked incredibly hard on myself, and I have grown so much as a person, and I think now is a great time to maybe the outside match the inside.
Liz seems to have done a lot of the work towards self-acceptance, but nobody can see inside. So you need a look that always kind of reflects what you've done to evolve.
I think I'm a beautiful person. It doesn't matter what I'm wearing.
How'd you get there?
Many, many years of self-hatred.
That's a big-ass deal, and I don't want you to make light of it.
I feel like people get the wrong impression in a lot of different ways. People think I'm this flaky party girl who's gonna be wasted and not showing up to work, and that frustrates me. You know, I went to college, I'm an intelligent person, I'm a funny person, and people don't really notice that.
Oh, you look different. And this does not come out of your head.
No, not unless I go to a shop and have it taken out, which, you know.
We don't have a shop here.
No.
Yeah. Okay, well, you seem pretty okay starting with the raw material. Tell me what you see when you look in the mirror.
I see me. I love myself. I think I'm a beautiful person. It doesn't matter what I'm wearing. It's a newer thing for me.
How did you get there?
Many, many years of self-hatred. And then really working my recovery and realizing that I am beautiful and that it doesn't matter whether kids made fun of me. And I think after being 200 and some pounds, once you lose all that weight, it's an amazing feeling.
I understand the weight thing. I was 180 pounds at one point. I get it. I also know what it's like to have that be an issue, just like drugs can be an issue, right? These are all symptoms of the same thing. And it's all self-destructive and self-sabotaging. So when you say you look in the mirror and you see somebody that you love, that is a big-ass deal, and I don't want you to make light of it.
I'm not making light of it. I feel like I explain this a lot to people because I do share my story a lot, and I try to be there for people who have less clean time than me.
You're used to telling it in order to motivate other people. I want to hear it because I want you to remind yourself of how precious you are, right? And that is what this whole thing is about.
Right.
So you ready?
Absolutely.
Well, let's do it. Let's go shopping. Come on. I think that Liz has done the psychological and the emotional work in terms of being self-aware. I don't think that awareness has carried over into her style. Not yet. I think that is sort of the last piece in the puzzle. We are here today at Christian Siriano, one of my favorite designers. Now, I know that with social media, you don't necessarily have to dress up every day, but I also want you to get into the idea of presenting yourself differently. So the first thing that I'm going to ask you to do is just take a quick look around and pick, I don't know, 2 outfits that you love. I'll get out of your way. But I'm definitely grabbing this clutch because this is to die for. Oh, I love that white dress that you chose. Really? Oh, wait, I have to come back and look at this. Okay, first of all, oh my God, shut up, you have great taste. But second of all, I wouldn't have thought that you would be a line girl.
I'm surprising. I'm very versatile. I like all different kinds of stuff.
I know, but just like your complexion, your eye color, I mean, I'd almost see this color more than see the line.
I do wear usually cooler clothing, but I never know until it's on whether or not I'm going to like it.
Good girl. I saw something, and I know you're going to think I'm crazy. Here, hold the clutch.
Okay.
But I'm kind of obsessed with the idea of this.
It's just more shiny than anything I would usually.
But you don't know until you try it on.
Exactly. Right. And I love the color.
Maybe the pieces don't work as an entire outfit. This might look great with like a skin jean. This might look great with like a super tight sweater. So let's play with some of this stuff. What do you think about this?
I like a lot. I love the cut of that skirt.
Okay, because the great thing about a pencil is that it is classic. It does have a pinup vibe to it, but at the same time, it sort of transcends just pinup. What do you think about something like that?
I think it could work.
Well, it could with the clutch, for sure.
Yeah, I am kind of like, I don't know if I'm going to give this back.
I think this is a good place to start. I want the possibilities for you to stay open. I met a girl once, and she had this huge tattoo, and if you're watching, you're going to remember, that said, dwell in possibility. And it's a great way to live life.
Absolutely.
So let's start with these possibilities.
Awesome. Okay.
Wait, I'm sorry. How come this dress didn't get chosen?
Ooh.
Do I have to do all
I didn't see that.
I love this. It also looks like you could come to the door with a big glass bowl and be like, are you going to leave your keys tonight or not? All right, if your style was a genre of music, what would it be?
Probably top 40.
Like a little T-swizzle?
Yeah, probably. Like, I'm pretty relaxed and casual and stick to the trend, so.
Yeah, I'd say top 40 for me, too, because I'm dressed like a firework.
I love it. I love it. Everything about it. It makes me feel like I want to go to like a regatta.
Oh, well, I think the construction is beautiful. I think the fact that there's a peplum that's actually lower than you normally see it on the waistline does say something very retro, 30s.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how many regattas you're going to, so how practical is this dress?
It's probably something that I would maybe wear once in a summer to an event, but it's not really practical.
Right. Although I like the idea that you have a few pieces in your wardrobe that really do serve this wham-pow purpose, that even if it's a client that you don't have yet that winds up inviting you to some kind of gala, that you have something that's so special that it is the thing you pull out once a year. All right, let's see something else. Ooh, now this is interesting. Talk to me.
I love the way it feels on. I'm not hot for the first time today.
Well, you are hot, but
hot.
You're not like temperature-wise.
Yeah. I love the alternating the pleats down and then the sideways. I didn't think I'd like that.
Yeah. I love the modern print. And, one of the things I love about a modern print is when it has lots of colors, then you can decide which clutch color you want to use. I mean, I'm sorry. I love both of those clutches so much, I don't even know what to do with myself. Stop it. It's so good. I would probably shorten it a little bit on you to above the knee so that it feels slightly more daytime, right? I think you trying to do that will not work.
No, probably not. But I gave it my best effort.
You did, and I appreciate that valiant effort. Good try. But if we made it a little bit shorter, I feel like it would be a little bit more casual for daytime. You could wear it with a flatter shoe. You could use a clutch, or you could use, another kind of bag. The more colors you find in a print that you like, that gives you the freedom to use any of those colors in any way accessory-wise that you want. I mean, this gives you a ton of options. You want clothes that are interesting and have use value. So while I do believe in this, right, I also believe in that white dress because it brought you so much joy. Oh, I loved it. Okay, so let's try something else. I mean, I'm getting like super modern Betty Draper, but like I love this. It also looks like you could come to the door and with a big glass bowl and be like, are you going to leave your keys tonight or not?
I love it.
I mean, a little sparkle, sometimes actually a lot of sparkle goes a long way.
I feel like I never think that its length is going to be good for me because I'm not tall and willowy.
As long as you're proportioning your body to make it look like you have a small torso and a longer leg line, you can get away with almost any length. It just has to look proportional. Right. What I like about this is that it feels celebratory. It feels fun. It feels like a pretty girl dressing up in something pretty. Yeah, I love it.
I really do a lot.
Part of this process for her, I think, is about learning to value herself on her own terms and not allowing the things that have happened in her past to dictate what's going to happen in her future.
I really hope that when everything comes together and the whole book is complete, that I'm still going to feel like me, but like a really awesome, sophisticated, classy version of me. I'm happy with so many things that I've done, proud of myself. And I really want the outside of me to really project that.
Okay.
I love it. I love my hair.
You look so awesome.
I love it.
This was so much fun. And I feel like you're so pulled together, it's a little bit crazy. But you look like a boss. I mean, you look like a serious digital social media maven. You look so beautiful. What does it feel like?
It feels amazing.
But it's not it, it's you. It's like all of your possibility, just the beginning of it. I love the hair color. I mean, we took it down a little bit, did a red lipstick that's sort of a middle ground between the really, really red, blue-red coat and the salmon that we did in the pencil skirt, which shows off the gorgeous curves. Normally, I don't do so matchy-match, I have to say, but I'm so obsessed with this color palette that I really wanted to keep it strong. So we did a nude too, and shut up. I mean, I can't even believe we found this bag. Like, I can't even get over it.
One thing I don't think I was really worried was that part of me was going to get lost in it, and I don't feel that way. I love it.
Oh. We had collaborated on something that can be helpful to you, whether you never wear this outfit again and you break up every piece and you wear it separately, or you wear this outfit, or you do wind up going for an interview, or you get the chance to see your son. I want you to feel as strong and powerful as you can feel.
Can't stop staring at myself.
Good. Because we took this book back out into the street and we asked people whether they loved it or lusted after it. And I'm sure there was a lot of that, and whether they wanted to run. You should hear what they had to say.
She looks very put together and very confident.
Her style is very sassy and very fun and bright.
Well, this girl looks like she has her life put together well. She knows where she's going. She knows where the next move is.
She seems like a woman who knows what she wants in life and will own her look.
If I were working with this woman, I would definitely want her on my team.
I think she's very coachable. I think a lot of guys would want to talk to her. I think some guys would be a little intimidated to talk to her because she's so pretty. Not me, though. I will go talk to her.
I love her look. I love her look. Lust.
Love.
Love.
Lust.
Love.
I mean, I
know, it's so awesome.
I know. I know that I'm a beautiful person, but to other people say it is just amazing.
Yeah, because you are beautiful on the inside, and that needs to be reflected on the outside. You have so much possibility. That's what your life has to be about.
Being in the place I am now, after so many years of struggling, it's like it's all new to me.
Go out in the world, go forth, conquer. You're such a badass, I can't even take it.
I never thought I was smart enough, good enough, and knowing that the first time is something so cool. And I feel like now the rest of the world sees what I see, and I know, and that's awesome.